Welcome to Catholic News World.
Welcome to Catholic News World. Please subscribe to our channel. My name is Steph. Here are this week's breaking news headlines.
Pope Francis underwent surgery on his colon in the evening of July 4, 2021. He was in the Agostino Gemelli University Hospital for a scheduled surgery. The press office issued a bulletin indicating that the Pope has reacted well to the operation due to a diverticular stenosis of the sigma. The Pope left Gemelli Hospital on Wednesday, July 14, in the morning and visited the Basilica of St. Mary Major to pray before the icon of the Virgin Mary Salus Populi Romani before returning to the Vatican. The Pope expressed his gratitude for the success of his surgery and offered a prayer for all the sick, especially those he had met during his stay in hospital. Shortly before midday he returned to Casa Santa Marta. Pope Francis published a new motu proprio on July 16, 2021 to redefine the use of the pre-Vatican Missal, granting the decision to allow its use to the local bishops. Groups attending the pre-Vatican liturgy must not deny the validity of the liturgical reform dictated by the Second Vatican Council and the Magisterium of the Supreme Pontiffs. The new apostolic letter is entitled Traditionis Custodes. It explains the rules for the use of the Roman liturgy prior to the reform of 1970. Severe flooding in Germany and Belgium has caused the deaths of at least 120 people. Over 1,000 people in Western Europe are missing after some of the worst flooding in decades. Record rainfall caused rivers to overflow their banks, destroying the region. In Germany, the death toll now stands at over 100. At least 20 people have died in Belgium. The Netherlands, Luxembourg and Switzerland are also affected. The Belgian Prime Minister Alexander De Croo said the 20th of July would be a national day of mourning. The death toll is expected to rise. About 15,000 police, soldiers and emergency service workers have been deployed in Germany to help. On Thursday, July 15, 2021, in the evening, through a telegram sent by the Cardinal Secretary of State Pietro Parolin, Pope Francis expressed his closeness and prayer. Deeply affected, the Holy Father learned the news of the severe storm and floods in North Rhine-Westphalia and Rhineland-Palatinate. His Holiness remembers in prayer the people who have lost their lives and expresses his deep participation to their families. Pray especially for the people who are still missing, for the wounded and for those who have suffered damage or lost their possessions due to the force of nature. Assuring them, as well as the emergency response forces and rescuers, of your spiritual closeness, Pope Francis implores God's help and protection on all. The United States bishops issued the following statement responding to the extreme abortion push in the appropriations bill. This week, the House Committee on Appropriations will mark up the Labor, Health, and Human Services, Education, and Related Agencies, LHHS, Appropriations Bill, which currently excludes the 46-year-old Hyde Amendment and other long-standing, bipartisan provisions including the Weldon Amendment. Eliminating these provisions would force taxpayers to pay for elective abortions and force healthcare providers and professionals to perform and refer for abortion against their deeply held beliefs, as well as force employers and insurers to cover and pay for abortion. Cardinal Timothy M. Dolan of New York, Chairman of the U.S. Conference of Catholic Bishops, USCCB, Committee for Religious Liberty, and Archbishop Joseph F. Naumann of Kansas City in Kansas, Chairman of the USCCB's Committee on Pro-Life Activities, issued the following statement. This is the most extreme pro-abortion appropriations bill that we have seen, effectively mandating healthcare professionals to participate in abortion, and forcing American citizens to pay for abortion with their tax dollars. By eliminating the Hyde Amendment, and other Hyde-like policies, the financial fruits of Americans' labor would advance the destruction of the smallest, most vulnerable humans. Eliminating the Weldon Amendment would be an egregious violation of conscience rights by forcing individuals and entities to perform, pay for, or otherwise participate in an abortion against their beliefs. Abortion is not healthcare nor a human service to anyone. Rather, abortion is inhumane. It is a painful death to an innocent baby, and often leaves women physically harmed and emotionally devastated. We implore the House Committee on Appropriations to reverse course on these bills that currently expand taxpayer funding of abortion, and to restore the long-standing, bipartisan Hyde provisions and Weldon Amendment that have saved millions of lives and protected conscience rights. These bills include many other provisions and funding for critically needed services that we support. Americans' tax dollars should be used for the common good and welfare of all, not to finance abortion or force Americans to violate deeply held beliefs. Further, we ask all Catholics and all people of goodwill to contact their legislators and make their voices heard. The lives of millions of vulnerable children, and the well-being of their mothers, depend on our advocacy. The Committee on Pro-Life Activities has sponsored a petition to legislators asking them to preserve the Hyde Amendment. All are encouraged to sign it at notaxpayerabortion.com.
Watch our programme every Friday at 7:30 p.m. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe to Catholic News World channel. God bless.
Please subscribe to Catholic News World's YouTube channel. Thanks and God bless.